Hi everyone. Well, this is about the third time that I've recorded this video. I've had the Siren now for about 3 weeks, and there's been some really bad rain the last couple of days. So, these off. So, a couple of updates. I was able to get the nuts off. I recorded all of this work. It was a full day of work and I recorded it all, and then I found that all of the audio was out of sync. Like really badly out of sync, and I couldn't fix it. If I can use any of the footage, I would have had it in the video, but none of the footage was usable. It was so out of sync, and I worked for about 2 days to try to resync it, and I just couldn't do it. So the day I actually hired an impact wrench to get these off. It took me an entire day to get both sides off. It was that bad. I could not believe how hard these were stuck on. It was actually incredible. And now that I've got the nuts off, I tried to remove the rotors and they just won't come off. So I've got another plan of that. Now this side, it's the standard thread, so clockwise to tighten, anti-clockwise to loosen. That side is anti-clockwise to tighten and clockwise to loosen. So this rotor goes that way and that rotor goes that way when it's actually turning. There's also damage on it, unfortunately, that I've discovered. Just noticed I need to bring these. They're the nuts, and I need to bring them home and give them a really good clean. Get them in some rust remover. I'll probably stick them in my ultrasonic cleaner and get nuts out, and then I'll give them a spray of oil, and then they can sit in the bag until they're ready to put back on. So yeah, the damage that I was talking about is down here. Now, when it was dropped, hopefully you can see that under here, it's actually dented in here, so that will need to be knocked out. It's actually cracked under here as well. There's a crack in there, so that'll all need to be knocked out. But what I'm planning to do is undo this nut, and there's a rod that runs through the body to this side, and there's another rod up here, and all those rods hold the ends on inside the body. So I undo all these nuts and I can separate both sides. So when I undo this and I can then start hitting it, hopefully here with a rubber hammer, and get maybe a block of wood and hit it with a big hammer, big lump hammer, sledgehammer. I can very slowly back everything off the splines on the inside. There's a lot of weight in those. Once those are gone and these end caps are gone, I can get inside the body. I can assess if there's any damage inside. I'm guessing that basically the spline that runs right through and connects, and then obviously that turns and then turns the rotors. I have a funny feeling there's a crack in it, or it's wedged. It's gone very slightly like that or like that, and that's why these won't come off. Now that's only a guess. It could just be rusted on from just years of not being used, but it could well be slightly bent. So get these backed off, and then I can start the restoration fully. Until it's stripped down, I don't know the damage. I don't know how much work I have to do. So that's what I'm going to have to do. So I've already restored an Aerial Siren. It was a Castle casting Siren. It's at the Ulster Aviation Society. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a quick jump cut. We'll go to the Ulster Aviation Society. We'll take a look at that Siren, and I'll see you back here very soon. Right, so we're here at the Ulster Aviation Society, and this is the Castle casting Siren that I restored. This came off the roof of Antrim Fire Station. They were redoing the roof, and I just happened to be passing, at the right time. So a little bit of paperwork, a few phone calls, managed to get my hands on this. It was painted this colour. Now I have restored it. It has been repainted, but it was painted this blue colour, which I thought was quite nice, and it came up really well. And it does still work. It has these metal plates in here to stop these from turning, so visitors don't get their hands chopped off. But they are they're freely moving. And actually, I'll turn it round. This base is really heavy, this cast iron base. So I'll turn it round. I'll show you the maker's plate. Right, there's the opposite side. And I'll show you that there. It's the Brook Crompton Parkinson motor. It was working. It was tested once, and it is working fine. It's got a bit dusty sitting here. It could do with a good clean. But my intention is to take this one. So the Gents is going to go here, and I'm going to take this one. And I've done it in such a way, it's very straightforward to do. In fact, I'll turn it right round a bit more again. Just one bolt. So take that bolt off, take these off, unbolt them, and then both rotors can come off, and then it's just that central section, and it means it'll be a lot easier to transport. But yeah, it's still looking okay. You know, I remember restoring this like it was yesterday. It didn't take me very long. I left these the heater panel covers on rather than take them off. You know, it looks nice with them. But it didn't take me long to restore. I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks. It was in pretty good condition as it was. Didn't take much, and it doesn't really need that much looking after. But it does need a good polish, which I'll probably do now before I leave. But yeah, just wanted to come quickly here to the Aviation Society and show you this Castle Castings. Here it's Siren. So that was my Castle Castings Siren that I restored, must be about 10 years ago now. It was quite a while ago I restored that Siren. And obviously, as I said in that video, the plan is bring that Siren so that I can, you know, bring it to demonstrations and bring it to the bunker when I'm doing open days. And then this is going to be the Siren that stays then in the Aviation Society in our Royal Observer Corps room all the time. So next thing is undoing these bolts and hoping they come off okay, and then I can start separating this, and that's going to be a reasonably big job. But this was just a very brief update just to let you know what I've done, and I really wish I got all that in video, but it was just so out of sync. It was crazy, and no matter what editing software I used, I just couldn't get it all synced up. And then I was going to do a voiceover, and it was proven to be too difficult. But listen, we're getting there, and you know, I plan to get as much footage of it as possible. So the next day I'm going to be working this. Could probably well be tomorrow actually that I'm going to come back here. The weather's quite good tomorrow, so I'll come down, I'll get a spanner onto this first of all, and see what it'll let me do, and then I'll maybe try to get an angled ratchet and see if there's enough room to get an angled ratchet in that. Not sure if there will be, but we can give it a go anyway. But that's where we are at the moment. But listen folks, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Bye bye.